Welcome to the Moneymaker series. In this series, we'll be digging into Swift's money-making model. This e-learning will focus on Swift's cash and what it means to our organization. I'll also go over how Swift generates and spends cash and how you can impact Swift's cash in a positive way. Click on the Cash tab above to learn more. So how does an organization define cash? In the business world, it means the money Swift has immediately on hand to run our organization. However, this doesn't include the net worth of Swift. When I refer to cash, I'm not looking at how much money Swift would have if we sold our facilities and equipment, or the money owed to us from customers for work we've already done. I'm simply talking about how much money Swift has sitting in the bank right now. Imagine if you went to the bank and withdrew all of your money from your account. That's what we're talking about with Swift's cash. So now that you know what cash means, click on the Cash In tab above to find out how Swift generates cash. So how does Swift generate cash? Well, before I give you a few examples, I want you to take a moment and write down the primary ways you think Swift generates cash. When you're ready, click on the Continue button to see how many you got right. Okay, click on each revenue box to see how you did. If you said freight, then you're absolutely correct. The number one way that Swift generates cash is transporting freight. We do this through our suite of services, which allows us to provide transportation solutions for all of our customers. We also generate cash through selling used equipment like tractors and trailers. Another source of revenue is when owner-operators utilize our shops or purchase fuel or insurance through Swift. Now, these are some of the main ways that Swift generates money to deposit into the bank. So, since we make most of our cash by delivering freight, on average, how soon do you think we get paid for our services from our customers? Click on one of the answers on the screen to see how close you are. That's exactly right. On average, our customers pay us 30 days after delivery. So we need to make sure we have enough cash in the bank to cover our daily and weekly expenses like fuel and payroll until we collect from our customers. Now click on the Cash Out tab to find out how Swift spends money. Again, before we go any further, I want to give you a moment to write down what you think are the primary things Swift uses our cash reserves to purchase. Think about the bills we have to pay on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis, and try to be as specific as possible. When you're done, click Continue to see how you did. Employee wages and benefits are a constant occurrence here at Swift. Drivers are paid every week, and non-drivers are paid every other week. Our cash reserves make it possible to pay our employees regardless of when our customers pay us. Fuel has to be paid for soon after it's pumped. Since our drivers are pumping nearly 1 million gallons of fuel every business day, Swift needs to have enough cash on hand to pay that bill. Swift operates the largest fleet of trucks in the United States. Purchasing and maintaining our equipment is a constant expense here at Swift. We use cash to buy tractors, trailers, and tires, as well as parts needed to repair or maintain our equipment. Safety is extremely important to us, and taking care of our people is our top priority. Since we are self-insured, claims are another way our cash reserves are depleted. Being able to reduce accidents and injuries can save Swift a great deal of money. So ask yourself, is there anything you can do to promote safe behaviors here at Swift? Maybe it's through training, maybe it's through awareness. Reaching out to that driver face to face or on the phone, reminding them to buckle up, to drive safely, and be aware of other drivers and road conditions. Coaching drivers so they can understand ways to improve on their driving skills. Or maybe it's just having a conversation with a coworker or your team on ways to improve safety in the office or shop. It doesn't matter what department you work in. Safety should be everyone's concern. So what's your role in impacting Swift's cash? Well, at times you may directly impact cash if you make decisions that affect how much cash is generated by Swift or when we collect it. Other times you may impact cash in terms of what we spend money on and how we can control costs. Here are 3 ways where we all can impact Swift's cash. The first is by cutting costs where we can. Are we sharing resources among departments? Is there a way to reduce waste in your department? Are we producing things that we just end up throwing away? Simply shutting the lights off in a room that isn't being used can save us money. Secondly, we need to find ways to increase revenue. Are we missing opportunities to make money? Are we going after and booking the best freight we can? And third, we need to look for the low-hanging fruit. Are we deadheading at times when we don't have to? Are we missing out on unclaimed invoices, warranties, discounts, or savings? Are we having effective and timely drive cam coaching sessions with our drivers? It doesn't matter how little the contribution, it all adds up to being a huge impact on Swift's cash. Making sure we preserve Swift's cash reserves today will ensure our future for years to come.